All right, so lesson 4 is pretty straightforward as long as you understand percentages and relative frequency. So let's look at this graph, this pie graph that they give us, and don't skip over easy to miss numbers like this one, 34. Right, so that is n. That is the number of people surveyed. Okay, and this shows the relative frequency in percentage because relative frequency is in percentage. Okay, so now let's dissect this data into the actual numbers that they got. All right, so it should be nice and easy round numbers because you can't have like a third of a person like Twitter, right? So if I take, remember, 0.3, this is 3%, so 0 for Twitter, it's 0.03 times 34, right? Because that is the percentage times the number. So 0.03 times 34 is 1. Okay, these are probably rounded percentages too, by the way. So this is, well, just over 1. Okay, they probably rounded that one up. Okay, if I did 0.06 times 34, this represents like 2 people. Probably rounded that up as well. Okay, now it's actually 2.16, but I rounded down to 2. Okay, Snapchat is going to be 0.23 times 34, which ends up being like 7.8 people. So we're going to round that up to 8. Okay, and 0.09 people times 34 or percent is, that's 3.06, so we're going to round that to 3. Okay. Times 30. Just evaluating that. Facebook 2. Yep, I rounded it down. That's good. And then Instagram is 59 times, excuse me, it's going to be 0.59 times 34, which is 20. So if we rounded right and all this, it should add up to 34. So 8 plus 20 is 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34. Right, so that's 34 right there. Okay, 28, 29 plus 5 is 34. So that's probably a pretty good estimate of people, the number of people that provide the data. All right, round up if it's greater than 0.5, round down if it's less than 0.5. Okay, so what is the most frequency? Instagram, of course. This is the most Instagram is the most frequently used, and the least frequently used is Facebook. It's only for us boomers. So Facebook. Okay, how many students use Snapchat? Well, Snapchat we already said was 8. How many students in the class did not use social media? Let's see, none, 3. So 3. How many more students on Instagram than Facebook? So how many more is asking for the difference. Instagram used 20. Facebook used 2. So there's 18 more. 18 more. So that's that. All right. So here's a group of people that they asked 110 students. 110 students, and this is the number of students, not the percentage. So this is a frequency. If I added all these up, it would equal 100, right? And see, 42 plus 33 plus 12 plus 23 is 110. So it'll equal 110, right? All this added together was 110, which is the number of people surveyed. Okay. So these are the frequencies. So this is the number. This is the frequencies. Okay. So just to clarify things. All right. this is shown in the frequency as units, and then this is, and we verified in right here. All right, so it tells us to create a bar graph. All right, I wonder if I can draw a straight line on this thing. No, I can't. So I'm just going to create a bar graph here, best I can, right? Where this is the frequency or the number of people that said this, and this will be comedy, action, romance, and mystery. And so we're gonna go ahead and plot 42, and we'll say that this is 42 right there. Actually, we'll say that that's 40. Let's go back. We want to make our bar graph more generic, right? So let's do this in black. Okay, so we'll do like 50, because that's nothing bigger than 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and then of course 0, right? So this is at 42. Okay, maybe I take a little off the top there, like that. Oh, it wouldn't let me take a little off the top. I have to draw it again. So 42 is like right here. Okay, the number of action movies is at like 33. Let's change color for action and make that like just over 33. Yeah, I could even put like 33 right here if I wanted to, and 42 right here if I wanted to. Right, and then 12 for, I'll make this one blue. All right, so this is 12, right there, 12. And then mystery is at 23. Make it green at 23. All the way up here, 23. Okay, so now we gotta create a relative frequency table showing these results. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do all of this over here and make this table and do a relative frequency table too. This is a relative frequency. So I have to divide this by 110. So 42 divided by 110 is 0.3181818. I'm going to round that up to 38.2%. 38.2. Okay, then 33 divided by 110 is 30%. Relative frequency is in percentage. Okay, 12 divided by 110 is like 11%. And then 23 divided by 110 is like 21%. So I started rounding it to the nearest tenths, and so I'm going to round this one to the nearest tenth to make that 38%. Just make that a nice 38%. I guess I could have just deleted it. Okay, so that's just 38. And I don't need the percentages there because the percentage is up here. All right, and if I did it right, this should add up to 100. So 60. Let's see, that's 6. That's 90, and then carry the 1. That's 100%. Okay, so there's my relative frequency table, and now it's saying, hey, use this relative frequency table to make a circle graph. So I'm going to do my best attempt at a circle. All right, there's my circle. And let's see, we got a 38 for 11% is like this. If I wanted to get real precise, I'd figure out what the central angle was and make that angle the same, but I'm not going to get into that right now. 11%, 21% is like half, like double that, almost. 38% is a little bit more than 30%, so I'll make 30% like a third. So we'll make it like that. It doesn't look like 38% there. We'll make 30% a little bit bigger. maybe like that. Okay, so this is action at 30%. This is comedy at 38%. This is mystery at 21%. And this is romance at 11%. So there's this is not to scale. But if I wanted to get the scale, I get a protractor out and calculate the central angles and all that stuff, which is out of the scope of this. Okay, what percentage of students prefer mystery or action? Mystery or action. So I got to add mystery and action together. So it's going to be 51%. 51%. So I got that by adding 30 from action, and 21 plus mystery is 51%, which did not prefer comedies. So everything was a comedy, 38%. So 100 minus 38% is, arithmetic is failing me right now. 38 is 62%. 62%. Hope that helped. That was a pretty easy one.